It's Week 6.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. To throw again, McCarthy. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Aiden Hutchinson
In there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Able to slither by. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8, and the Lions will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and the rankings, they don't matter to him very much. But I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number 1, including himself.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48.
Now an injured player here, so a stoppage, and that's Jameson Williams who's shaken up. Now a 3rd and 6.
Now it's Rodgers. Working the middle of the field, and he's got him non-complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this is a game where you don't envy a defensive coordinator. This is what you have to game plan against all week. This offense is number 1 in the NFL in passing, and they're clicking here early as they get a completion there for a first down.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Rodgers again now. Well, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. And his kick here is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Throwing on first down. McCarthy under pressure, and down he goes.
Aiden Hutchinson.
Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. To throw on 2nd down. McCarthy. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
picked up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
To throw on third down. McCarthy. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
And here's Ryan Wright now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
On the return, Dortch.
It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over first and 10.
On first and 10, here's Gibbs.
And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up.
The numbers for Gibbs from last week.
The hat trick +1, 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And, partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now third down and 6 to go. Throwing now is Rodgers.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. To throw is Rodgers.
That pass completed to Dortch.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, first and 10. Gibbs straight ahead.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith.
Here's a second and 8.
Rodgers going to throw.
There's Laporta. He's got it. Touchdown Lions.
A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Lions are able to widen their advantage. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
You talk about this Lions defense.
They play well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over first and 10.
On play action, Rodgers.
This to Laporta, right side.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
They'll go again with Gibbs.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll run with Gibbs. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. 2nd and goal from the 1. Gibbs again. But he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Now Rodgers. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. From 3 yards out. And the Lions are able to add on to that lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes our score 17-0. Nwangu now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. On 1st and 10, McCarthy. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. McCarthy. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And off to Gibbs, headed right here. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Throwing is Rodgers.
Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Rodgers now on 1st down. This is caught. Touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Lions are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as a wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Aleem McNeil in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish, because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards. On play action, now Rodgers.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, Week 7. And it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one, so they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit.
This throw caught right around the 6. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A good pick.
Kevin O'Connell clearly unhappy with that call, and he's thrown that red challenge flag out on the field. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Lions have opened the lead up to 30. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Minnesota now ready for their next possession.
They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Now it's the backup Darnold.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down. A play fake, and it's Darnold. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Aleem McNeil.
That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs.
A solid stiff arm.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
On 1st down, Rodgers. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. To throw, it's Rodgers.
Going underneath, Gibbs has it.
And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Line of scrimmage, the 9. Second and about a yard.
Rodgers now to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Aaron Rodgers on fire. His 5th touchdown pass of the ball game.
And the Lions have got it on cruise control. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the route is on here in this first half.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And the football going back to the Vikings offense.
Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw, Darnold.
A little short pass.
And a loose football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a sit. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Darnold down to throw.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
To throw is Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
Now here comes Dortch on the return.
Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. From midfield, here's Rodgers.
Got his man, it's Dortch.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
That's complete to Laporta.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now it's Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gibbs.
And the Lions are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And again, it's Rodgers. And it's caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. Sam Laporta, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yes, multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down.
This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. On 1st and 10, Darnold. This will complete to Jerry Jeudy. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Darnold to throw again. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Darnold. A little short pass. This is Everett. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A final shot before the break. Darnold. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of his first half of play. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like the empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's another first down and what will be a gain of 21 yards. Another run for Gibbs here. Taken down at the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw is Rodgers. That's to the tight end, Laporta. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Now Rodgers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Over the middle and taken in by Laporta. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Rodgers to throw once more. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. This taken in right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. On 1st down, McCarthy.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Aiden Hutchinson.
My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out.
He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has.
And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Gibbs will try and pick it up.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
98 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Rodgers now on 1st down.
That pass completed to Dortch.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short.
Touchdown! Sam Laporta, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year.
And the Lions are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there.
That'll bring up 2nd down.
Throwing again. McCarthy. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They'll look to throw again. And his throw is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Back to throw again. He'll let one go deep for downs. And that almost their first INT of the ballgame. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't see him to do it. And this offense on third down today, can you believe it? 0 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Aiden Hutchinson in there to get him again. That is sack number 6. One off the NFL record of 7. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at about the 14. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return, and the Lions will take over. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Lions offense getting set once again. And really a lot of guys you could highlight on this offense with how well they've played, but he's one of them. He's been spectacular so far.
I'd say he'd be the number 1, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because it's not just the numbers. It's, as you said, I think you said focal point. Well, that's what he's been, and that means he's created other opportunities because they've had to bring the defense to him. He's run it really well. He's caught it out of the backfield. They're trying to stop him. That means there are chances for the rest of the guys to do damage themselves.
And this will wind up a Lions first down as the tackle made here at the 36. Counter play. Here's Gibbs. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. From the 41, here's 2nd down and 5. On the give, here's Gibbs. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. He gets away from one. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 144 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. Hand off now to Gibbs. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. And they'll run it with Gibbs. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now it's Gibbs. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got it. And in for the Lions touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Lions are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
10 yards on the pickup.
It's 2nd and inches at the 30-yard line.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. This one thrown underneath to Achane.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
7 yards there and a first down. Back to throw. McCarthy.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Alex Anzalone picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Looking to throw on 2nd down. McCarthy. Throw caught by Achane.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 36. Looking to throw. McCarthy. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 9 at the Lions' 35-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here. So it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
Shedding the tackle, and gives him some room.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Detroit, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the slide continues as they drop now to 3-12. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
It's Week 10 of the National Football League. And we have Stephon Gilmore, who's had quarterbacks numbers all season, coming down with 7 picks. It's the Oilers and the Bears under the lights on Sunday night.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Britton Covey going to bring it out of his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Stroud to throw it.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud.
And that is incomplete.
That was the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
It's taken to the 26. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Bears take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 79 yards.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore.
And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game.
They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
Fights him off. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call. And they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Throwing now is Stroud. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick. And the Bears will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
The drive starts with a run from Achane to about the 35, second down. These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6, and it was the Bears getting the road victory, so they'll look now to take the season series here at Soldier Field. Now Smith.
This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. On 1st down, it's Smith. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Now a 2nd and 2.
At the 45-yard line.
Now Geno. That's complete to DK Metcalf.
Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
On 1st down, Smith.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. The Bears at 5-3 now on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
14 yards and a Chicago 1st down. Play action. It's Smith. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
A run straight ahead with Achane.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Tucker's kick is good, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Houston set to take over. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Meanwhile, Stroud's throw into the hands of Pitts here.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
The numbers for Pitts in that game a week ago.
5 catches, 65 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a 1st down.
Stroud.
And he'll go down. The Bears get
there for the sack. Nick Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
No, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. George Pickens, his intended receiver there, and it's third down. You look at this Bears defense. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
The best defenses I know, they draw
over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. Harris running straight ahead, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. They'll give him 4 yards there. And it'll be 4th down. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. 2nd and 6.
It'd be hard to say that the defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense, it's really kind of geared to stop that play. Your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And a nice gain of 21 yards. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Throwing is Smith. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the run. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Achane He is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Geno now to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Tyler Conklin with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21. Houston's offense taking over again. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
And this may be the one to build on right here. It's the second quarter. They've got nothing on the scoreboard as of yet. They need to put something together, and this is a good start as they get the completion there for good yardage and a first down.
First and 10, it's Stroud. And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now a first down carry for Harris. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Stroud. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now Stroud. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Demario Davis coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter. Out of the gun, Smith. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to fight.
Well, it's out. Smith lost it.
for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Now a toss right side. Achane with it. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Though certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. Flush to his right, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Houston's offense taking over again. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Deron Payne busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Play action. Here's Stroud. He's got it to Collins, complete. And he's brought down. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a 1st down.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. He finds pick. Now loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
De'Von Achane of the offense ready to go once again. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6.
At the 32-yard line.
To throw is Smith. Open man here is Conklin. And they'll get it out just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Achane on the counter. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Bears on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
You have to figure with this offense on 2nd and inches, they're in ideal shape, but then they end up getting an incompletion, a run stuffed on 3rd and inches, and you look around and say, how did it become 4th down?
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
Stroud to throw it.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. First down now, but that clock rolling.
And Stroud now to throw.
He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Stroud getting his offense to the line quickly.
They'll look to throw again.
It's Najee Harris now on back-to-back plays with a catch.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 39.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
A 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Stroud looking to throw. It's going to be caught by Pitts.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Kyle Pitts
as the first half is winding down.
And the Oilers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, where it was the visiting Niners who are able to come away with the road victory. Travis Etienne, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we head up to Kansas City to check on the Chiefs at Arrowhead. And they were losers in that one to the visiting LA Chargers. Isaiah Pacheco, a touchdown run in the victory. And then finally, a good one on Monday Night Football to wrap up the week between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. It was a former comeback player of the year, Geno Smith, who was sharp in the first half. He had a touchdown pass in that first half, helping his guys to a halftime advantage.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback.
So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and And we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
At the 33-yard line.
Play action. It's Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
3rd and 2, Smith.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Zaire Franklin.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. Look at the big man rumble.
And he gets this one down to the 24. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
First down, Houston.
They hand this off to Harris. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Stroud sets up the play action. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Stroud on 3rd down now. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Ends up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And he returns this to the 22.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Here's Achane to start the drive.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Up the middle, Achane.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll run for it with Achane.
That'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
First down, Oilers.
On the give, this is Harris. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. That's swung out wide to Harris. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. Oh, and Nelson space to operate. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. One heck of a 3rd down conversion. 33 yards.
You just had the feeling that sooner or later someone was going to come up with that one play. Neither team has really done a whole lot offensively, but here's one that pays off to the tune of big yardage, and it's one that could maybe get this group in gear.
Now a give, running left is Harris. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Stroud working out of the gun. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 19. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
A give to Harris. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 2nd and 10. We're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3? Stroud completes this out wide. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 14 yards that time for number 14.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
They'll try to pound it in with Ricard. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Harris is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Ready?
Now a toss play. It's Harris. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And this one is right through. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So his 2nd field goal here in this 3rd quarter.
The first one tied the game, and this one gets them the lead, but you just have to wonder if field goals are going to be enough. At some point, they've got to conclude these drives with the ball in the end zone.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to get going again. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Houston set to take over.
And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Here's Stroud.
Over the middle, complete. It's Harris. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
First down, Houston.
Play action. Here's Stroud.
It's brought in by Harris. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
2nd and 9.
Back now at Soldier Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Now Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 33. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. And Stroud wisely slides down safely after picking up the first down.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
C.J. Stroud
Keeping it himself from 7 yards out.
And the Oilers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Aubrey Good with a PAT.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Breaks through the contact.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Chicago offense set to get started. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Come on, baby. We got to do our job. We got to do our
So certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
That's Leonard Floyd with a tackle, a man who used to be with the Chicago Bears. To throw on second down is Smith. Completes it to Hardman. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go. Achane. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
And the Bears, first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the 50, it's Smith. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Smith. And this one's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
To throw is Smith. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This will be 3rd and 5. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Smith on 1st down. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run. Achane. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Stopped short of the goal line. A gain of 3.
2nd and goal from the 1. Achane once more. And once again, he's going to be pushed backwards. This time back to the 3. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Smith. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. DK Metcalf with career touchdown number 60. And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Bears 17.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. George Pickens back out now with the rest of the offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 49 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. Bulldozes past him. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Harris running straight ahead. Taken down at the 47-yard line. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Now they fake the jet sweep there and a run instead with Harris. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Inside handoff here to Ricard. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop him. I like the confidence he showed.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Smith's going to throw it. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here comes 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Here's Smith. And that'll be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
On 3rd down, Achane. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
And the Bears, first down.
Smith. Throw caught by Achane. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Smith to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Oh, they took a big shot there for the end zone, and if he finds a way to come up with it, that might be your game winner. But it was not to be. The coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the... So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
A 52-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
Got Houston's offense taking over again. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
And he'll power his way up near the 25. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
First down and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive.
And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Stroud on third down now.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the save.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
On now is the punter. On for a very important punt here in overtime. That's taken it around the 40. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48.
Here's Achane to start the drive.
Oh, nice move at midfield. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on second down. The Smith's throw caught here by Metcalf.
His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. Play action. It's Smith.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 2.
Smith now to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Smith. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Here's 2nd and 3.
At the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Smith throwing again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Smith on 3rd down. Open man here is Conklin. And oh, he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Now 4th down and less than a yard.
They'll try and run for it. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage.
Result of the play is a turnover on down.
On 1st down, here's Stroud.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. On the bootleg, Stroud. Short throw caught by Pitts.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Throwing now is Stroud.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd down and 13. And Stroud now to throw. He finds Pickens over the middle. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2nd and 10. Stroud. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And he'll go down at the 28. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Another one in the books for his partner. Always great to be by your side. And look, both offenses, both defenses had some moments in this one, but I think you would agree these coaching staffs are also going to have some stuff to clean up on film.
Absolutely, partner. And let's face it.